All right, Ninja Maniacs, stay tuned, pay close attention, because I'm going to go over a lead generation source that we use that is absolutely killer. For those of you that follow me, you know on this channel, we talk about lead generation, conversion strategies, like top tier marketing strategies that you can implement in your business and control your cost, right? Now, lead generation is one of the top levels you should be mastering as an agent, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go hire people to do it for you or only get your leads through, say, let's say Facebook. We're talking about mastering strategies that use multiple different sources and separates the average lead, or we'll call them unqualified leads, to a more statistical probable lead that's more qualified. What do I mean? Imagine going into an area where you can pull everybody that's lived in the home for X amount of years, has this credit score, has this income, has this, has that, has this. The more narrow you focus your lead, the unqualified that lead is, the more broad where you can attach certain criterias, the better the lead. I think we can agree a lead that you get on Google when you run an ad on Google, say for homes for sale in your local area, it's probably a lot better lead than one that you run on Facebook. Now, I don't want to argue with you, Facebook masters. I like Facebook. I run ads on that, but those leads are more unqualified. You get leads all over the spectrum, right? So I'm going to share with you one of my fishing holes right now. It's called Remine. And I looked back. The reason for this video, one of my top videos on this channel was when I talked about Remine. And I'm going to show you a simple ninja strategy, guys, that will yield massive results. You wait until you see what I'm going to share with you. Now, if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time I go live with these videos. Guys, I'm a realtor like you. I create these not only for my team, but for you, the other team that I associate with. I want you to have this information because it'll make you a better you, a better business owner, right? So let's jump into Remind and let me share with you what I mean. So here is a really cool indication of how you can get very targeted. Now, for those of you that have Remine Pro like I do in my MLS, the Stellar MLS, and you didn't know you had it, this thing is a gold mine. For those of you that don't have access to it, I believe they will sell it to you for $199 a month. So you have to make up the decision if that's something in your budget. But this is a powerful tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Florida and I'm going to shrink it down just a little bit. And I'm going to look. I live in this little town right here. So Orlando's here, Disney's here, and then Tampa's over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start qualifying. So I'm going to go up here to Fruitland Park, over here to Eustis, over here to Lake, here, here, just below there, here, and then back to here. Now, Remine's going to go out and find everybody in this geographical location. If you'll notice right over here, there's 100,000 results. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of those, right? So first thing, I'm going to look for people with a property value of at least $400,000. Watch what happens to that number. Okay. Now it's brought it down to 25,000 plus. Now equity. I'm going to look for people with, let's say, $100,000 in equity. Okay, watch what it dropped it to 15. Now, why am I doing that? If I'm going to be marketing to people that possibly want to sell their home, I got to know if they have enough money in that home to pay commissions and closing costs. Well, if they have $100,000 in equity, they not only can pay all of that, they'll have money to go towards the next house. All right. The next thing, ownership time. I'm going to say minimum 7 years. Okay. It's going to drop that number to 6,500. And then building wise, I only want single family homes in this application. And then on Remine, they have this thing called a sales score. So they go out and use big data based on buying habits of the end user, the consumer, also what they're searching for online. If they're searching on sites like Zillow and real estate websites, if they're on Facebook, guys, they're tracking all of this, right? So they've come up with an algorithm. It's not 100% bulletproof, but dadgum, it gives you a very probable lead. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and find everybody that has a high probability to sell in the next 1 to 6, no more than 12 months. Now watch, guys, we're at 6,500 people in this geographical location. I'm going to now apply, and I don't even know what this number is. Let's check it out. 595. So in this location, which is my backyard, we're talking about basically a 25 to 30 mile range, and the width maybe 18 miles. There's Orlando, Disney. So this is my city. This is my backyard, and it's found 595. Now the next thing I'm going to do is go to advanced, and I only want properties that are off market. I don't want anything listed, right? So we're going to go back to it, brought it from 569 to 518. So there we go, guys. Now there's some other criteria that I could do if I want to do absentee homeowners. I don't want to do that. This is basically the list that I want to market to. And if I simply select all, send them to a cart, which I'm not going to do because I did this yesterday. My numbers were a little bit less because I didn't have as big an area. But if I send it to a cart, it will save all of this data. So guys, if I go over here to my cart, this is what I got yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. While that's loading, let me go over here to my downloads from yesterday. All right. Nope. All right. So there it is right there. This is the high sell for Remine. 391 properties that I found in that area. And guys, I'm going to have, let me bring myself back on the screen. I'm going to have for those 391 people, it's going to cost me about $190 a month for me to send my message to them. Now, with Remind, I'm going to have email addresses, not all of them, but a good chunk of them, email addresses, phone numbers. It's going to let me know if they're on the do not call list, right? So, what can I do with that data? Email campaigns, I'm not texting them. I don't have permission. And even with email, you have to be careful, have a ability for them to unsubscribe. But the email isn't going to be spammy. Hey, do you want to sell? It's going to be, hey, introduction. Hey, this is me. I'm working this area. Did you guys know that next month we're having blah, blah, blah? Hey, if you've got any questions, if you're thinking of selling the next 12 months and want to know blah, 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 right? That's going to be the email. It's not going to be in your face. There's going to be some QR codes with trackable video. I mean, a good marketing funnel, right? But there's the data right there, right there. That's the data. Now, once you have the data, what are you going to do with it? Like we said, you can upload this into your CRM. You can start marketing them via email. I love doing direct mail. So I've got a company called Mailbox Power, and here is an example of a 12-month, one card a month automation I can send to that list of 390. And again, it's going to cost me about 180 bucks. These are the top tier, the most probable sellers in any location, right? So here's an example of the first card that will go out. My name, all of this is editable, but here it is. Scott, and by the way, our cards, once I put a list in there, it's going to have a first name and a last name. Our cards automatically pull the first name of that client and puts it on their card. Thinking about selling your home, call me. My homes get more money and sell faster. Here's why. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. And I've developed 12 of these cards. Two of them look like this, right? And I've developed 12 of these. And literally, you can put these into an automation and it will go out once a month. And guys, with the stuff on the back, I've got a QR code. I use a company called Hotline America. I'll put links to all this below. You're welcome to check them out yourself. Hotline America gives me 100 extensions and a 1-800 number, allows me to create a automated message and a 3 text campaign that goes out over 48 hours. So if they call that number on the back of my card to hear me, a recorded message, talk about my listing program, instantly captures their name and whoever owns that phone in the cell. And I know then that that client came off of that card because that extension is tied to that farm area. So I now know who they are. I have their name and I just match it up with the mailing list that I did and send them another off card, not in the automation or letter. Thank you for this is, would love to share with you, right? So marketing at its ninja best. And there are the cards for the automated 12 card 1 year campaign. Guys, this is how you're going to crush it. If you've got the data and you've got a vehicle, whether it be a handwritten or a some type of a letter. Here, I just like to take this entire 391. I add that as a custom list into Mailbox Power. It's free. And then I go ahead and I open up the automation. So I've dumped all of these cards into an automation. I push one button and attach that new list from Remind to there, and I'm done. For the next 12 months, every month they'll get a new card. A new card. Look at this one. Thinking of selling? If you're thinking of selling in the next 6 months, let's talk about how my strategies can make you the most money, right? Boom. And the back of the card has all the offers and how to get a hold of me and the 800 number and blah, blah, blah. So here's another example of what you can send to them, right? Here's a brand like this would be before I start them on the automation, I'm going to send this card out first. Like it'll go out first. And then 7 days later, they'll get the next card. And then 1 month after that. But check this out. After being on the market for months without selling, Kelly Wheeler sold this home in 1 day for 20K. Here's how, right? And then on the back of the card, again, it has an offer. It has a QR code. It says scan the QR code to hear more about how we sell and make you more money. Here's an 800 number extension, whatever. Call. Kelly has an automatic message you can listen to about what makes him different, right? That's the card, right? So that's a one-off. Here's another one-off. Check this one out. Sold in 1 day for 20K over. Just sold. QR code, Real Estate Ninja. Boom. At the back of it, offers. Here's another example. Cash offer cards. If I decide that I wanted to sprinkle in a cash offer card, by the way, I have a great company. I'll leave a link to that below that I use for cash offers. There's a new way to sell your home. Sell your house and lease it back for up to 6 months, right? Here's another cash card. Get instant cash offers and creative selling solutions. NinjaCashOffers.com, blah, blah, blah. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you is in your business, lead generation is paramount, but not just any lead generation, the correct. So having said all of that, I would definitely recommend going to this company right here and actually go to your MLS, log in and see if this Remine is part of your subscription. If you've got the Remine Pro, you are fire, right? And if you decide to pick up Remine, I don't have a link for it. Just go and pick it up. It's like $199 a month. And you're welcome to come back to this video. Drop me some comments. Let me know what you think. But this thing is gold. I can find absentee homeowners, like market to absentee, just by simply getting rid of all this other stuff, going back into a geographical location and hitting absentee. So it's a great, great system, guys. Remine is, it's one of those, to me, a necessary tool for real estate agents. If you are not spending money on systems like this, you are cheating yourself, right? So as far as that direct mail that I showed you, all of those cards, I'm going to put a link below this video. Check out Remine on your own. If your MLS doesn't have it, get it for a month. Grab all your leads, right? It's a month-to-month thing. Do what you have to do to secure the leads that you need. Now, the other thing is look below the video. I've got a 14-day trial to Mailbox Power Pro. If you activate that and get it, now you'll have access to all of those cards I just showed you. I will share them with you. I will walk you through your dashboard and show you how to crush FSBOs. I've got a FSBO program that literally will net you $140,000 plus GCI in 6 months. It's the easiest FSBO listing program you've ever seen. And guys, I give you all the cards. I give you my letter, downloadable Word doc. You can edit that letter and start sending it out. And I give you training on how to make what we call an offer you can't refuse, right? You've never seen anything like it. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, big data. You gotta have access to good data, not just any data, but predictable data. And then you can start to create avenues in your business to cash flow, because cash flow's king. Gary Vee told us cash flow's king, right? All right, if you are a real estate agent and you're frustrated and you want to talk with me, I'm going to drop a link below for a Zoom. Get on my schedule. I want to share with you 8 ways that you can create income right now as a real estate agent, apart from what you're currently doing. And if you want to find out how you can partner with Team Ninja, we've got agents now in about 7 states, my partner and I, that have partnered with us, that are on board Team Ninja. Guys, we're going to help you with lead generation. We're going to help you set up your CRM. We're going to show you all the best lead sources. We're going to get you set up for success, right? If you are that agent and want to have that call, look below, hit the button that says speak with Kelly. You'll get on a Zoom. It's private. And then we will share with you why we made the decision to go to Real Broker and how we are currently creating income in 8 different ways. Like, I don't have to close a deal next month anymore to pay my bills. I want to share with you how we did that. All right, guys, that's it. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop me some comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video.